Hello and welcome to Studying English Language A-Level at Chauncy. Here you'll gain a little bit of an overview as to what you may see on the course and our key areas of study. Hopefully this will give you everything you need to know before you start your English Language A-Level journey. Firstly, the course itself, it is broken down into 2 exams and 2 pieces of coursework. One piece is an original writing piece, so there's a bit of scope for creativity there, range of ideas to be put forward. This is accompanied by a commentary in which you detail the language choices you have made and the impact this has on your intended audience. Second piece of coursework is a language investigation on a topic that you're interested in and how language is used around that topic. So, what will you study? One of the main things we find students are quite surprised about when they start the course is the difference between English language at GCSE and at A-level. The biggest difference between the two is that at A-level we use quite a wide range of data and explore how language is used in the real world. The following categories are a flavour of what is to be expected over the 2-year course. We look at a variety of language uses from the minute humans are exposed to language to how where we live can influence how we speak. As the name Language and Diversity suggests, we cover a wide range of topics on how language is really used in everyday life. A very, very brief insight into each. Language and social groups allows us to explore common languages between people and individuals, such as sociolects, idiolects. Do we change our language based on who we're around? If so, how do we do this? Language and gender allows for a huge amount of discussion on whether men and women really do speak differently, why this may be the case. Are we pre-programmed to, or are we just conforming to norms of the language? Language change, we are able to explore how language has changed over a certain time, what English used to be, what it is now, how dictionaries have adapted to this. It's quite an interesting kind of transition over the years. Then we go on to language and ethnicity, which covers how rapidly language linked to different backgrounds can change, how different forms of English language are perceived by other members of society. Language and region focuses quite largely on attitudes toward language, particularly accents, dialects. We're able to use the International Phonetic Alphabet to make transcriptions. It's quite fascinating actually when it's broken down. Language and occupation, how we change our language based on where we're working. Are we expected to? Do employers expect us to do that? A massive range of topics that we cover just in language and diversity. Our students really enjoy the big range of topics. They say that it's great for areas of discussion and debates, and a lot of the time the language use in everyday life is something that they didn't even pay attention to or notice. So they said it's been really quite eye-opening to see how we use language in everyday life. We have opportunities to look at real linguists through theories and studies, and we also look at people who really enjoy the English language like us. So we can look at John Humphrey, Stephen Fry, and we look at how they report the change in the use of English language over time. Through the use of current data, we look at the way a language is represented in the media. Most recently, how the idea of the full stop is absolutely alarming to young people. They try to avoid using it. We also look at how people and subjects are presented in the media and how the language choices from the author of the article really does reflect their own opinion. So there is quite a big focus on representations. Another topic that students particularly enjoy is how we learn language. At what rate do babies develop and where can we expect them to be at age 1, 2, so on? Is every child's first word mama, dada, or can we expect to see some differences? So we do look at quite a lot of transcripts and we start to work out where children should be at a particular point in time. Just as importantly, we look at what happens when language isn't acquired from a young age, when people aren't exposed to language, how this can affect a person's life. We look at the nature versus nurture debate, and we draw on some of the world's biggest language acquisition linguists for that. As you can see, our students are always pleasantly surprised by how much new information they're able to deduce from studying English language, despite the fact they're surrounded by it all day, every day. Hopefully this has provided a brief overview of what a fantastic subject English Language A-Level is, and we look forward to welcoming you on the course if you do decide to go ahead. If you have any further questions, please either speak to Mrs. Hutchins or myself, Ms. Kirkpatrick, and we will be able to answer any of those questions for you.